If you have been trying to publish your book on Amazon and you keep getting this email back from Amazon about your book interior and you have been frustrated over and over again and you don't know what to do, in this video I'm going to show you exactly what you are going to do to solve this problem. And if you try to come to this launch preview and you begin to see all these kind of things showing up and you don't know what to do to solve the problem, I'm also going to show you exactly what you need to do to solve the problem. And if also you get this kind of email on Amazon about your book cover, I'm also going to show you what to do to solve all these problems. So let's start with the issues you have with your book cover. Book cover issues are usually the easiest to solve. I'm just going to show you exactly what you need to do so that you never get to have any form of issues when it comes to your book cover again from Amazon. So the first problem you always have when you are trying to upload your book cover on Amazon and they are rejecting it is simply because you do not use the Amazon recommended book cover size for your book. Whenever you want to publish a book on Amazon, always make sure that you go to Amazon book cover calculator and download the template. That template will save you a lot of headache and a lot of time when it comes to designing your book cover. So let me give you just an example. So when you come online and you search Amazon book cover calculator, it will bring you to this particular. Just click on the book cover calculator here. When you click on the book cover calculator, you come to this binding type. I'm using paperback as an example here. Then the interior type, black and white. Then paper type here, I'm just going to pick white paper. Then reading direction left to right. Then measuring unit, I'm just going to pick inches here. Then the interior trim size, I'm going to choose 8.5 times 11 for the purpose of this video. Then let's say, for example, I have 120 pages, right? So after I'm done 120 pages, I'm just going to click calculate here. So this particular place gives you the cover dimensions of your book. This is what you are going to use before you start designing whatever you want to design, whether you are using Canva or Illustrator, whatever you are using to design your cover, use this particular dimension. So make sure that you know the number of pages you have in your interior and you know all this information that they ask, so that it's just going to be easy. But that's not all. When you are done, you have to now download. When you come to this point, download templates. So you give it some time, it's going to download the template for you. So immediately your template has been downloaded, the next thing you are going to do is that you are going to go to your design software. And in this case, I'm using Adobe Illustrator as my design software. You can do the same thing in Canva. Okay, so now I'm in Adobe Illustrator. What I want to do is that I'll come to my new file here. Click on new file, then change it from points here to inches. Then I'm going to put the same dimensions that Amazon gave me. So if I come back to that dimension, what we have here is 17.52 for the width, then 11.25 for the height. So I'll just come back to Illustrator here, and just for the width, I'm going to put 17.52. Then for the height, I'm going to leave it at 11.25, right? So I'll just click create here. So this is how the cover is going to look like. So the first thing you must do, and this is where almost everybody that has issues formatting their book cover gets it wrong. Then you come to this file here, then you click place. Then you come to the downloaded file that you got from Amazon and just click open here. Then I pick the PNG file, then I'll just click place here. Then I'll come to the edge here, then I'll click place. Then now I'll just try to adjust it so that everything will fit properly. This automatically saves you a lot of stress and a lot of trouble because Amazon has already given you the template that you are going to follow. Now, the most important thing for you is that you make sure that this line here that is colored, there's no text whatsoever that touches that line. That's very important. Make sure that whenever you are designing, whatever you are doing, make sure that there's no text that touches it. And also, if you have a main image, right, for your book cover, your main image is not also supposed to touch that line. But for your background images, you can always extend your background images back to this point, right? So when you come to your spine, because this is the spine area, right, for this particular design, make sure that no particular text touches this place. So always zoom in and zoom out when you are putting text. If you want to have text in your spine, make sure that no text touches this colored line that is here. All the text stay within the white space. Now, remember also your barcode. You're not supposed to have anything here, any image, any text around this barcode area. This barcode area is supposed to be free, it's supposed to be empty, right? One more issue you are going to have is that sometimes when you are trying to design, you make a mistake, and this has happened to me before, so it's easy for me to just rectify it. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So now, let's say, for example, for my back cover, I want to put, let's say, just a plain red background there. So I'm going to pick this triangle and I'm going to draw a plain red background. So normally it will come to this point and I'll stop here, right? So usually in my mind, I always assume that, oh, I've gotten it right. But one thing you must always do is that make sure you come back to this place, zoom in so that it covers. Now you see there's this white line here. It means that I did not really cover it, right? So what I'm now going to do is that I'm now going to adjust it. Whenever you are designing, you might actually miss that out, and also come up to confirm that, okay, there's no white space here, because when you do that, Amazon is going to send your book back to you and tell you to correct it. So when you have done that, also the same thing when it comes to your front cover, make sure that if you are doing anything for your front cover, it covers the end, right? The background images or the color that you're using, make sure it covers. If it is white, there's no problem. But you cannot now have that kind of space that I've shown you here in your particular cover. So it's going to have issues. So if you follow these things that I've said for your book cover, you're not going to have any issues. And if Amazon is correcting you about anything in your book covers, probably maybe it's just maybe the text you have in your title and the text you have in your book cover is not the same, or maybe there's a grammatical error or a typographical error in your book cover. So Amazon is going to correct you about that. But apart from that, you're not going to have any issues when it comes to your book cover. If you try to come to this launch preview and you begin to see all these kind of things showing up and you don't know what to do to solve the problem, these issues happens when you choose the no bleed in your book settings. That's when you usually have these issues. When you have these kind of issues, the primary thing you need to do is that you need to make an adjustment. And usually there is a margin that you're supposed to have for your interior. And when you are using whatever design software you are using, you're supposed to actually create a margin so that you know that whatever writing, whatever illustration, whatever must fall within that margin. When it goes outside of that margin, you are going to have this kind of issue. So primarily that is what the problem is. So what you now need to do in this particular case is that you now go back to your design software. So for example, now I'm using Adobe InDesign. So I'll come back to Adobe InDesign, then I'll click file here, then I'll come to document setup here. Now you can see these margins, right? So for what Amazon requires is that there is at least a minimum of 0.25 each, whether top, bottom, left or right. So the next thing I'm now going to do is that I'm now just going to click OK. This imaginary line here is usually where all of my text or my write-up is going to be. And you can also do the same thing in Canva too. And you can do this in any of the design software that you're using. So for example, if I'm to have a write-up here, I'm just using this as an example. So you don't have to pass the margin. So you can always adjust it to where you want, right? So what you want to do is that make sure that whatever thing you have in your interior does not touch this margin here. When they print the book, it's not going to come out. It's just imaginary here so that you can actually see exactly what you are doing. So make sure that you actually set a margin for your interior. And when you do that and you upload it, you're not going to have any form of issues. So usually when you get this email of Amazon telling you to add 0.125 to your book interior, it's primarily if you choose the bleed option for that bleed only PDF, right? When you are doing your book content. And now in this kind of books, it simply means that there are images in your interior that extend to the edge of your book. So what Amazon wants is that they want you to increase the size of your interior so that when those images extend to the edge of a book, as they are cutting it, they are not going to actually affect your interior a lot, because you know this is print copy. So when they are printing it, they are going to cut the side based on the specific trim size you have given them or the dimensions of your interior. So how are you actually going to do that? Let's go to an example. Let's say we are doing 8.5 times 11 inches. And let's say we have this is some things in our interior that extend to the edge. I'm just going to put something here, change the color so that we can actually see, and put it to this, right? So let's imagine that this is actually our interior. Now, what Amazon wants is that they want you to increase the size of your interior, right? So what you are going to do is that you are going to go back to your design software. If you are using Canva, you go back to Canva. If you are using Illustrator, maybe you are doing a coloring book, or if you are using InDesign, whatever, just go back to that particular design software that you are using, then come to the part where you can actually change the dimensions. So I'm using Illustrator here. So I'm going to come to this artboard here. I'm going to now change the height and the width. The trick here is that you are going to add 0.25 to your height and to your width. And so for this case, what I'm going to do is that I'll come to this artboard, then I'll come to my width here, which is 8.5, and I'm just going to add 0.25. So it's now going to be 7.5, right? Then for the height, I'm going to add 0.25. So now immediately I do that, what happens is that you notice that my interior size has increased. So I now have to extend all the images I actually have in my interior. So I'll come here and I'll extend it to this point. Then I'll come here too and I'll extend it to this point. And I'll do the same with all of them. Extend it to this point. And I'll come here and I'll extend it to this point. right? So this is exactly how I'm going to solve that issue, right? So anytime you have this issue, just add 0.25 to your height and to your width. Then you increase the size of the image so that it touches the end of that extension that you have done. When that is done, just upload your book and your book is going to go through. So if I'm in InDesign now, let me go to InDesign so that you can see an example of InDesign. Okay, for InDesign, I'll just come to this, my file here, then I'll come to document setup. For document setup, I'll just come here, then I'll change the dimension here, right? So for dimension, I'll just come up here. For the width, I'll add the 2.5, 0.25, which is now going to be 7.5. Then for the height, I'm going to do 11.25. So this is a typical example of what you are going to do. Then after that, if you have images like this now that have expanded, what you are now going to do is that you are now going to enlarge it so that it covers everything you are doing. The same thing you are going to do in Canva to go back to Canva and change it. If you are not using Canva Pro, you have to start a new interior all over again. But if you are using Canva Pro, you can easily just go and change the size and adjust everything so that it fits directly into what you are doing. So that's how you are going to solve that particular problem. So if you have not already subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button right now. Immediately your book gets published on Amazon, there's one thing that is very important that you must do after your books get published, and that is to create an A+ content for your book. A lot of people skip this step, which as a result impacts the value of their sales. Writing your book description is not enough because a lot of people don't actually take time to read your book description. But for A+ content, it is very easy for them to understand because it's about pictures. So designing your A+ content is actually going to help you make more sales because it is easy to show what is in your book through your A+ content in order to convince them to buy your book. Now, if you want to know how to design your A+ content that is actually going to convert into massive sales for you, then you should watch this video here where I show you the step-by-step process that you can actually use to create very attractive A+ content that is going to convert to massive sales for your book.